Canada contains 21 active volcanoes. Of these, the vast majority are located within British Columbia, such as the Iskut-Unuk river cones which last erupted in 1904 in a remote section of Canada. Another volcano which is better known is Mount Meager, which produced a catastrophic eruption in 410 BC. Today, we know that this individual volcano is still active as it contains several nearby hot springs. However, there is also a second little-known volcanic complex a mere 20 kilometers to the north-northeast. There are a group of young volcanic cones and a lava flow which originated approximately 1500 years ago. I am referring to the Bridge River cones, which are an often forgotten active volcanic group within Canada. This video will discuss this volcano and mention what its future hazards are. The Bridge River cones are located in an isolated portion of southwest British Columbia. Specifically, they are 100 kilometers west of the town of Lillooet. The reason why this remote volcano exists relates to the regional plate tectonics. Off the coast of British Columbia, the Juan de Fuca tectonic plate is colliding with the North American plate. The subducted crust from this collision then melts and migrates upwards, thus forming a chain of volcanoes which include the Bridge River cones. The Bridge River cones began forming approximately 1 million years ago when a volume of low silica magma erupted onto the surface in the northwest part of the volcanic complex. Over time, numerous successive eruptions formed a 700-meter-tall stratovolcano which would have had a medium-gray color. This volcanic cone produced several large explosive eruptions, resulting in large amounts of glacial melt as this occurred during the last ice age. Eventually, eruptive activity at this specific vent ceased and has since been mostly eroded away, leaving behind what is termed a volcanic neck. The next sequence of eruptions occurred 15 kilometers to the southeast at the site of the Salal Glacier. If you look at this glacier today, you can see the faint remains of two circular volcanic cones due to their black and red coloration which stands out in the landscape. These cones mainly produced what are termed Strombolian-style eruptions. In this style of eruption, intermittent small explosions occur at a frequency of several times per hour. These explosions eject only small quantities of ash but also lava bombs in a several kilometer radius. The cone to the south erupted 970,000 years ago, while the cone to the north erupted 590,000 years ago. The reason why the northern cone contains red coloration on its edifice is due to a red volcanic rock type called scoria. Around the same time period, another volcanic vent was active to the north. This vent, known as Tuber Hill, initially erupted beneath a thick glacier. However, over time it grew above the glacier, thus forming a distinct volcanic cone. This cone would later grow in size to become a stratovolcano which produced dozens of distinct eruptions. Since the formation of this vent approximately 600,000 years ago, eruptive activity in the volcanic complex remains uncertain. However, to the east of Tuber Hill there is something quite interesting. In this section of Canada, glaciers had not receded beyond the fjords surrounding Tuber Hill until approximately 1500 years ago. To the east of this hill there is a small lava flow which overlies the glacial till deposited from the retreating glaciers. Thus, a small eruption must have occurred sometime in the last 1500 years. This eruption likely sent a small river of lava into the adjacent valley, eventually covering a square kilometer with lava by the end of the eruption. Since then, no additional volcanic activity has occurred. Overall, this volcanic complex is unlikely to erupt for some time due to its low eruptive frequency. However, a surprise volcanic eruption in the future could put the nearby town of Gold Bridge at risk. Due to the abundance of glacially carved fjords, any future eruption, whether large or small, would generate large volumes of carbon dioxide. Since carbon dioxide is heavier than air, it would travel downslope, potentially causing suffocation of those in the vicinity. A similar disaster occurred in 1700 at the Siax Cone volcano. Otherwise, the lava flows from this volcano are unlikely to cause significant damage other than potentially starting local wildfires. Using the U.S. Geological Survey method of rating volcanoes, the Bridge River cones will be classified on the upper end of the low threat category. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to request a specific topic, please leave a comment below. Additionally, if you wish to support this channel, consider becoming a patron on Patreon.